All right, so I'm going to do a few problems off of worksheet 61 now for you. And you're going to start by reading. It says the function f of t equals negative 2t plus 4t, negative 2t squared plus 4t plus 96, and that models the approximate height of an object t seconds after it is launched. How many seconds does it take for the object to hit the ground? Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to factor this. So I'm going to start by factoring out my GCF, which is negative 2. Okay, and then because it's hitting the ground, remember we can set it equal to 0. So basically our negative 2 is irrelevant here, because if we divide by negative 2, it will cancel out. So now I need to Xbox, and my two side numbers are going to be negative 8 and positive 6. And by doing the opposite now, we know the answers are 8 and negative 6, but since we're talking about time, you can't have a negative time, so our answer is just 8. Okay, problem number 4. Same thing here. Okay, how many seconds does it take to hit the ground? So we're going to set this equal to 0. Okay, factor out our GCF. Okay, again, because it is equal to 0 and there's no variable here, the negative 7 is irrelevant. So now I'm just going to factor this is a difference of squares. So that gives us an answer of 3 and negative 3, but again, because we're dealing with time, we cannot have a negative, so our answer is just 3. Okay, same thing for problem number 5. We are going to factor out our GCF first. Okay, and I'm going to notice that this is kind of backwards from what I'm used to. It does not matter. You could leave it that way, but I'm just going to rewrite it so that you can see, and remember the negative 3 is irrelevant, that you can see the difference of squares here. So that's going to give me t plus 5, t minus 5, making my two answers negative 5 and positive 5, and again we have to choose the positive one. All right, 6, 7, 8 are all just factoring. You're just going to factor out here whatever can be factored out. And in this situation, I'm going to factor out my GCF first, which is negative 2, which leaves me with x squared plus 16. Remember, this plus sign right here is going to make this prime from here on out, so our answer is just what you see here. If that had been a minus sign, I could factor using difference of squares. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing there for number 7 and number 8. And then number 9 and number 10 are our solving problems. So remember, we basically just set these equal to 0. Okay, and solve. And we're good to go.